People in the industry right now are giving terrible advice. I'm going to talk about 3 different things that people are saying, and I don't think it's good advice, at least in context. And then I'm going to tell you a story of 2 different buyers. And last, I'm going to give you the piece of advice that I think is left out from a lot of people in the industry. So my name is Stubbs. I'm a team leader and co-founder here at the SB Luxury Group. So let's get into it. Number 1, if you follow an agent or a lender, probably heard this on social media or an ad or something. Marry the house and date the rate, which I think is terrible advice when taken out of context. The context it should come in is you're buying a house for a long-term either investment or you're going to live there for 5 to 7 years. The likelihood of you refinancing the loan you originally buy the home with is pretty high, especially now in a higher rate economy. Number 2 is rates are going to be lower in the next 6 months. Nobody knows that. I promise you nobody knows how low or when rates are going to come down. Now, if you want my advice, rates are definitely going to come down. And the third thing is these unique loan products. When I say unique, for the last 2 years, it's been a no-brainer to take out a 30-year fix when rates were 2, 3, 4%. A lot of our clients are taking advantage of the market, 2-1 buy downs. I've even heard of a 3-1 buy down and adjustable rate mortgages. What all of these different loans do is they get you a more affordable payment in the short term in order to get into the home. But that payment changes over a longer period of time. Now, here's why I think this is bad advice. If your agent or lender is telling you, hey, get into this house with a 2-1 buy down, you're gonna be able to refinance next year. They don't know that, and you don't know that. The context that I want you to think about these unique loan products is how confident are you that in the time frame allotted by the loan, our rate's going to come down. But if you're doing a 2-1 buy down, in simplest terms, that means in their first year, you get 2% off the interest rate, and then it goes up 1%, and then it goes up to where it should have been in the first place. But here's the advice, and the boring piece of advice that people just aren't getting, is if you can't afford the home at the ultimate interest rate you're going to be paying, then don't buy the house. Make sure you're getting into a loan product and a house that you feel comfortable with. And that's the boring advice that a lot of people won't get. But in the meantime, let's save you as much money as possible. If you can afford that 7% loan and we get the seller to pay for a 2-1 buy down, well, let's do it. Unless you'd rather get that money back as a credit. So let me tell you 2 stories, and this is for sellers. This is not for buyers. If you're selling your home, or if you're thinking about maybe selling your home, and you're looking at your neighbor's house down the street that sold 6 months ago, just remember this, is the person who bought in January was terrified. They were terrified they were buying at the peak of the market. They were buying at an uncertain time. January of 2022, so that's this year from when I'm filming it, if they would have bought $1 million home, 20% down, their payment would be roughly $4,600. Now fast forward to today, November 1st, when I'm filming it, that same house has appreciated $50,000. Even with rates going up and prices coming down, that home has appreciated from January. Prices are up this year. So that payment would be at least $6,800 based on today's rate. That's a big difference. That's a huge hit on buyer affordability. So if you're thinking about selling your home, keep that in mind on making sure that you have the best strategy going to the market. So here's my last question to you, is don't you deserve to have the best possible representation when doing your real estate deals? Whether you're buying, selling, or investing. So if you want to talk about your unique situation, as always, you have our information. Reach out to your agent, email us, and we'll talk to you soon.